Testing, testing. Martin, can you hear me? La 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 la. Oh, yeah, long time no see. If you're wondering, I have another channel on YouTube. You just go to it and just see me pretty much documenting my training, daily training. It's Hey Just, HEYJUSX. Okay, so the X is a T on a slant because just is taken. Yeah, just watch those shorts. Uh, yeah, just training. I've just been busy training. That's all I do is train, 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 train. Really, not much I can do other than because I thought about trying to make swimming videos again, but it's just too cold. There's no access to a pool. I don't really want to get in the water. It's too cold. There's too much urine, people peeing and diarrhea and all that, getting sick all the time. And yeah, the thing about all experienced swimmers, like if you're a competitive swimmer or a swim coach, I don't know, you're in the swimming industry. The longer you are in the industry, the less time you want to spend in the water. It's because you're the water is like a deep fryer for your body, for your skin. It just it eats away at your health, at your skin long term. So that's why you see a lot of swim coaches, they just stand on the pool deck. They don't get in the water anymore because they've had enough. They can't do it anymore. Even if they have to. It's true that it's better for them to be in the water so they can manipulate their students' arms and legs and head position and all that. Yeah, for beginning lessons, for beginner lessons in the shallow end. But when you get to advanced levels, you try to spend as much time away from the water as possible when it comes to public pools. Now, the exception to that is condo pools or private pools. Like those pools that you require private access. There's not a lot of foot traffic uh, because those pools, since there's very little foot traffic, there's not a lot of chlorine required to keep those pools sanitized. Yeah, you swimmers. Okay, that's a good thing. Good thing. Good observation. Uh, Senior swimmers, they look really haggard. I've never seen a youthful senior swimmer in my life. They all look very haggard. Their skin, their body looks very worn out. Versus someone who doesn't swim. Okay, someone who swims or runs outdoors, they look very haggard. And I'm talking about like full time, like they go like 3 to 5 sessions a week. Runners or swimmers, they look very haggard because chlorinated water is bad for your skin. Running outdoors in the sun, like the sunshine, right? It's bad for your skin. It's true. So I see these long distance runners, marathon runners. To me, they don't look in shape. They look counterintuitive, like they're doing a disservice to their health. Like I run on a treadmill. I run outside sometimes, but there are limits to when I run, when I swim. It's like when I was a kid, I swam in all kinds of pools. I explored the whole city I was in. I went to every pool that was out there available to the public. So public pools. I would just venture off into every of them, all of them. I tried them all out. It was fun, and now that I look back on it, it was like me learning to drink. It's like, yeah, I want to try that alcohol. I'll try that beer. I'll try that vodka. I'll try that tequila. It's just like, I don't care. I can recover fast. But I look back on it and it's like, wow, I was a real mean drunk when it came to pools. Like, I tried them all and it was really bad for my skin, for my health. And now, 2025, I don't even want to step foot in a pool, to be honest. Like, even if I go to a recreation center and they have a weight room and pool, I will only go to the steam sauna because the steam sauna is the only, how can you say it? It's clean enough for me, is what I'm saying, okay? Dry sauna is where you get all these yakkers. I don't know why. There's this community of yakkers in every dry sauna that I visit, right? It's this Swedish phenomenon. Like in Sweden, Norway, they have this culture, this sauna culture where it's normal to talk to your peers or strangers inside a dry sauna. So they just chat, 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 chat. But when you're in a sauna for like 40 minutes, you're not supposed to breathe in and out and talk and keep your eyes open, eyeballs open. You're just there to cook like a chicken, you know? Just enjoy the roast. And I can't enjoy a dry sauna without people yakking. And then when they yak, they know the room is hollow. So their conversations bounce off the walls in a sauna. So I need to. In Korea, it's the complete opposite. In Japan, it's opposite, right? In Asian saunas, all the men are naked and they're quiet and they just relax because they're trying to get away from their wives and their kids and all that stress. So that's why they just chill in a sauna. You can be in a room full of 20 men, Japanese men or Korean men, and they're all quiet and just breathing and just chilling. It's just, oh my God, this is my vacation. Silence. So in North America, the dry saunas I noticed they're just full of yakkers, yakking yakkers, kids, seniors, adults. I don't know. It's like it's a town hall meeting when I enter a dry sauna, and when I go to a steam sauna, it's the opposite because it's foggy. You don't have when it's foggy in a steam sauna, you don't see anyone's faces, so you don't have to see their ugly mugs, and they don't talk in a steam sauna as much, so it's very quiet. So yeah, if I have to put on some trunks and enter a pool, I just go to the steam sauna and I do shadow boxing in the shallow end of a pool. Why? Because I never did shadow boxing in the water early in my swimming career. My early swimming career was just competitive swimming focused, just learning the strokes, rescuing, being a lifeguard, being a swim instructor. Okay, the shadow boxing in shallow water came very late to me. It's like, oh, I saw Muhammad Ali try to do it, or I see some people try to do it. And I'm like, you know what? I could do that, and I did. And I tried to film it, but I sold my action camera, the GoPro that I used, and I don't have an underwater camera right now. All I have right now is my phone, and I use a DJI Pocket 3. So that thing's not waterproof. So I can't get good clear underwater footage unless I get an action camera. So I'm thinking of getting the Osmo Action 5. But yeah, that's all I really have to film for you guys when it comes to being in the water. It's just me shadow boxing. I don't know if that's interesting for you, but I think that's just like one or two clips and that's it. I'm done. I can't make a case? No. There are cases for a DJI, and I know there are cases for smartphones, but do you really want to like risk your phone hundreds of dollars worth of hardware for like a $20 case, plastic case to cover it? No insurance. You can risk a leak, and then yeah. I tried to look into the case route, but another thing is it's weird. Like the thing is like when you have a phone, when you're carrying a phone with you on the pool deck, you look suspicious. It looks like think about it. Imagine you're a full-grown adult. You're wearing swim trunks, you're on the pool deck, and you have a phone with you. What does that look like to a lifeguard? It looks like a pedophile, doesn't it? It's like who's this old guy with a phone? He's taking pictures of his patrons, right? Now, I've seen kids, on the other hand, carry their phones into the pool now. There are kids now bringing their phones to the pool, to the whirlpool, to the hot tub. They're bringing it and they leave it on the side of the pool deck, and then they bring it to the hot tub, and they're playing with their phones in the hot tub. You know, they're just leaning out with their arms outside of the water. That's what they're doing nowadays. So kids have found a way to bring their phones into the pool now, and the lifeguards, they don't say anything about it. They're okay. But me as an adult, why I don't want to bring my phone to the pool. I don't want to check or use it. I want to just swim. Same with training in the gym. I just do my work, and I have a Pocket 3, DJI Pocket 3 that I use to film. So yeah, swimming has gotten, how can I say, it's changed. And I'll give you some observations I've noticed over the years in 2025. There is a shortage of lifeguards and swim instructors now here in Vancouver, in particular. There's not enough swim instructors. There's not enough lifeguards. How do I know this? Because every day I am inundated with job ads saying, "Oh, we're hiring. We need lifeguards. We need swim instructors." And some pools here in Vancouver, they close early or they just shut down the whole day because they don't have enough lifeguard staff to cover the whole pool. It's that bad. Now, why is it? Because I've told you, I've said this before, the swimming industry, when you get all your licenses and certifications and all that, you go through the course, you spend thousands of dollars, you're on call. You start off as an on call. You start off at the bottom of totem pole when it comes to working for the city of Vancouver, city of Burnaby, city of whatever, Parks and Recreation. You start off at the bottom. You're on call shift. It's no way to make a living. It's not even part-time. It's on call. So if a lifeguard is sick, then they will call you amongst the list of other on-call candidates. And then they may pick you, and then you have a 4-hour shift. You make $80. That's it. There's no way to make a living as a lifeguard, swim instructor. I've done it. I've been in that system. And you got to work your way up the hierarchy, and then the seniors, they don't want to quit. They get full-time hours. They get their pick. So I said, like, who the hell wants to be a lifeguard or swim instructor? The pay is shit. The hours are shit. You're on call. You got to recertify your license like a realtor. You got to keep paying the system, right? It's a scam. And the kids are realizing, yeah, I can work at McDonald's and I can make more money. I can get more hours, get more shifts working McDonald's versus working for a swimming pool at the recreation center. So that explains it. I knew it was coming sooner or later. And now what's happening right now is that all the senior staff, they're all in their retiring age. So that's the problem. So the people on the top, they're all on their way out. They're all retiring. And then they don't have enough new generation, new blood to cover these hours that the seniors are leaving behind. So that's the reason why these recreation pools have shorter hours. They're shutting down. They're running out of lifeguards. They don't have enough staff. There's not enough swimming lessons. Parents are getting frustrated because they can't sign their kids up for swimming lessons. There's a huge waiting list for swimming lessons for kids. I seen it. And I said, told you so. You asked for this. You got it. When you're on the top, that depends on what you define as a good living, good money. There was what's that app called? I don't know. There's an app, I forgot, for swimming pools. So you can, like, it's like a Uber or Airbnb version of find a swim instructor or swimming pool in your neighborhood area. Forgot what it's called. They wanted me to sign up, and they said we take a huge chunk of your earnings as a swim instructor for every client you work with, it's like, okay, yeah, no thanks. I don't want to be an Uber swimmer. I don't want to be an Airbnb swimmer. I don't want to be part of anyone's system. I don't want to be part of the city of recreation system, or I don't want to be Uber, part of Amazon system, part of Uber's. I want to be part of my own system. So my own system is I'm my own freelancer. I just freelance. So I just teach my own clients at their own pools. So the problem is there's not enough people here with their own pools. And when they do have, if they do have pools, it's mostly outdoor pools. It's freezing outdoors. It's so ironic. Like, Vancouver is the rainiest city in the world, and yet everything is outdoors centric. The pools are outdoors. Their calisthenics parks are out. I don't know why, but someone came up with the idea, hey, let's make some outdoor pools for these houses here in Vancouver. And yeah, let's ignore this rain situation. Like, they should have said from the beginning, hey, look at the situation here in Vancouver. It rains a lot. Let's build a lot of indoor pools for these houses, for these condominiums, condos, high rises. Like, some of my clients, they live in these like fantastic high rises. Like, it's like similar to the ones I see in Bangkok. Very nice amenities, except for their pools. This stupid architect said, hey, let's build an outdoor pool for this high rise condo. And that way, the people living in the condo can only use it maybe like 2 to 4 weeks out of the whole year because of the rain and the cold weather. It's like, come on, guys. It's very hard to find clients here in Vancouver that have their own indoor private pool. Think about that. Indoor private pool. I have some clients that do have this, but not many, right? So most of the work that I do for these privates, are usually in the summertime. When it's hot, because they have outdoor pools in their houses that they don't use all year round. Thought it was Seattle. Seattle, in the States, Seattle, Washington. No, I've been to Seattle, but Seattle is a weird place to me. It's a very weird place. Make good money? No. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. So yes, being a swim instructor, you can make decent money, but you've got to have the right combination. You need to have clients that have access to a private indoor pool, and you need to make classes. So you have to group parents together so that they can afford your billing. So private swim instructors, they charge what, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, whatever they want, whatever you want. Personal trainers, I know personal trainers, they charge 100, 110 bucks and up. Okay, it depends on how good. Like, my rates can go up to 100, but the thing is, some of these parents can't afford it. So, because they're so used to the mixed swimming system. The mixed swimming system is the one that you see at your local recreation center. They offer cheap swimming lessons, and they give a very small percentage to the swim instructor, probably like 18, 20 bucks to the swim instructor, and the rest goes to the city, goes to the pool, goes to City of Parks and Recreations. So their game is volume. It's a high volume game. So they know that they can be cheap when it comes to lessons. They can hire some young kid to teach the lesson, and they could cram as many students as possible, and they will have a never-ending supply of clients on the waiting list waiting to sign their kids up for lessons if some drop out. That's how their system works. They've never had a premium system. It was never a premium service. Like, premium is like signing your kid up to competitive swimming lessons, like going to a swim club. That's a premium service. Okay, not a lot of parents would consider signing their kid up to competitive swimming because it's a lot more expensive, it's more intensive, it's more of a commitment. It's like the difference between recreational gymnastics and competitive gymnastics. Recreational gymnastics, you can just jump around, have fun, right? Competitive gymnastics, you really gotta. It's all or nothing. You, yeah. Anybody who goes into competitive sports, whether it's gymnastics, whether it's swimming, baseball, boxing, on their way out, they're all bitter and jaded, and their bodies are just heavily damaged, and they have nothing nice to say about the industry when they leave. Very, very bitter. But do I teach still? I still teach swimming. I can teach it with my eyes closed and back of my hand. I don't need a lesson plan. I can teach anyone. I can teach anybody. Now here's another thing. So I've been training in the gym, and people have been constantly asking me for help. Like I cannot do one session on my own without somebody coming up to me and asking for my help. I'm serious. I can't work out without some kid or some guys coming up to me like, could you help me? No, it's not in my videos. It's because of what I do in the gym. They've just never seen anybody like me in the gym. There's nobody who trains like me in the gym. So I'm like honey to bees. Like people swarm around me and I'm just doing my thing. Like I'll give you just go look at my other channel. You'll see what I do, and that's what people see. Like me up in the air doing a handstand, or me spinning a 45-pound barbell, or me just balancing off just look, you'll see what I do. And then people, when I train and when I practice that, people come up to me, how do I do that? How many years did you do that? Have you been training? Why do your arms look like that? How do I train like you? There's this guy at this gym that I go to. I teach them. What's my response? My response is it becomes a 1 hour free session. I teach them for free. I'm like, what? Wait a minute, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be training myself. Why am I training this guy that I just met? So I'm like, I don't even know your name, and I've been training you for an hour. Okay, I'll give you an example. I was just minding my own business. This kid came up to me and was like, oh my God, I love the things that you do, the calisthenics or boxing or whatever. I'm like, do you have any tips for how to do calisthenics? I'm like, that's how it starts, all right? And then what I say is like, okay, show me what you're doing. Like, I'm trying to do a handstand. Okay, show me your handstand. And he tries to do it. I'm like, okay, let's work on it. It's like, okay, you start with this move, right? You start with a baby handstand. Okay, and then I teach him how to do this, and then I correct his form, his breathing, his position. I said, do you know why you're doing this or why this works versus this? He's like, no. And I'm like, it's like Morpheus guiding Neo through the Matrix every time. I'm like, I feel like I'm Morpheus, like, free your mind. That's what I'm thinking all the time. Like, you gotta let it all go. Doubt, fear, restraints. It's like you're part of the system, the Matrix. That's what it's like for me. It's like I'm Morpheus. And then another Neo comes the next day, and I'm Morpheus again, and I have to show him what it is. Like, it's nice. I see them in their eyes. It's like, it's true. Like they've been in a matrix their whole life, and then their eyes just light up when I train them. It's like, oh my God, I've never thought this way before. I never thought it was possible to train like this before. So what I'm thinking of, here's an idea I have. You give me your thoughts. The owner of the gym will, Martin, that's interesting. The- Here's the thing about every gym that I train at. Most people are scared of me, especially the staff. People are. It's like I don't know what it is. Well, I do know what it is. Here's the thing. You know when you're sitting in a room and then a cute kitten walks in and everyone, what's your reaction to a kitten? It's like, oh, it's a kitten. Oh, it's so nice, so cute. Let's pet it, play with it, and then move on with our life, right? Me, I'm like a tiger that walks into a room. You know, I can feel like everyone, like some people are afraid of me, some people are intimidated by me. People don't know what, because a tiger, you don't know what a tiger is going to do. It's the element of surprise. So when I show up to the gym, I can sense that people are intimidated or afraid of me, or they don't know what I'm capable of doing. Like, it's funny. I can sense it. And then I hear them chatting about me behind my back. It's like, ooh, that guy, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. 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 I think nothing of it. I just go about my day training. That's all I do is train. So I'm like a tiger that enters the room. You don't know what the tiger is going to do. It's going to bite your head off, or is it just going to sit there and chill, you know? So everyone, every staff, all the other trainers, they're afraid of me. They're scared of me. Seriously. Seriously. Scared of me. And some of the trainers, they ask for my help a lot. These are personal trainers we're talking about, and they ask me how to train. I should be a personal trainer for personal trainers. You know? So yeah, a lot of stares, a lot of what the hell. If you see those like calisthenics gym reaction videos on YouTube, yeah, that's kind of like what I get. But here's another thing they don't tell you about doing calisthenics. I don't really call it calisthenics that I've done. I don't really call myself a calisthenics athlete. Okay, I'll get into that later. But to make it simpler for you to understand, yes, I do calisthenics in a gym. And here's what they don't tell you about doing calisthenics in a gym. You will get a lot of haters. You will get a lot you'll get a lot of people freaking out. All right? It's true. It's kind of like girls won't tell you this, but women hate each other, especially if you are very attractive. Okay? Women will get along. Don't get me wrong. If they're all on the same level, but if a 10 out of 10 walks into a room, all the other girls, all the other women are going to get jealous. And they're going to start hating on that 10. I've seen it. I know it. My ex-girlfriends, I've seen it happen to them. The 10s, the 9s, yeah, the 8s, they all get the hate. Right? The hot girls get a lot of hate from other girls. Jealousy, right? So when I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody, I'm not there to show off. I'm not trying to get in anyone's face. I just do my own training. It's like, okay, I need access to that. See that thing up there? I need access to it. That pull-up bar, that giant pull-up bar up there, way up there. See it up there? I'm gonna jump up to it. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna fly over it. Okay? Not to piss you off or show off. It's because that's what I do to train. You have no idea how many people have come up to me and asked me to teach them how to do a muscle up. I'd be happy to train them, but again, eats up a lot of my time. So, I mean, I'm okay with helping people, but then I get a lot of like time wasters, just people that want to know like how many years have you been training, how do I do calisthenics, and they go back to their old routine. They just want to like poke or rattle the cage of a tiger, you know? They just do it for their own amusement, and then they go back to their old boring lives. So there's a lot of those people, right? rattling my cage as an animal. I was like, I'm not an animal. I'm not a tiger. I'm just trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to be a human being expressing myself. Oh, I help. When I help, I help. And then sometimes it backfires. So, yeah, I'm not a calisthenics athlete. I didn't say I was. But part of what I do in my workout is body weight training. So, yes, technically I do some calisthenics. But I do other, I lift weights. I stretch. I do cardio. I do functional fitness. I do athletic training. I do all these things. It's just nobody has ever seen this combined all together. It's like you'll see a powerlifter. They enter the gym, they do their powerlifting, and then they leave. You see a bodybuilder. Bodybuilder enters the gym, he does his bodybuilding, and then he leaves. You see a boxer. Boxer enters the gym, he does his boxing, and then he leaves. And then you see me enter the gym. I'm doing boxing, I'm doing calisthenics, I'm doing yoga, I'm doing gymnastics, I'm doing powerlifting, I'm doing bodybuilding, I'm doing all this stuff. It's all together. And people are just scratching their heads like, what is he? I can't define him. It's like, what is he? Is he a boxer? Is he a calisthenics athlete? Is he a runner? What is he? I don't get it. They can't define me. And I can see them, they're stumped. I'm like, how much time do you spend training per day? 2 to 3 hours. If I'm given 1 hour, I can't train. It's like trying to watch a movie and then you have to stop the movie at the 1 hour mark. Have you ever done that? Like most movies are like an hour and a half or 2 hours long. Have you ever tried stopping or trying to, or like watching a live sports event, like, I don't know, watching a soccer match? Have you ever tried stopping in like an hour into the game? It's hard, right? So there are some days when it's too late for me to train. Like, for example, I'll look at the clock, like, oh, shit, it's 9 p.m. and the gym closes at 10 p.m. I have to drive there, get changed, get into my workout, and then go back to changing, leave the gym before it closes. I don't have enough time. I can't train. I can't get into that. Right? So some days I have to forfeit my training because it's too late. I need a good 2 to 3 hours at least to train. 4 hours is like stretching it too much. 4 hours, you're pretty much just chatting with your friends, probably, right? And I train alone 99% of the time. But again, like people flock to me when I'm in the gym asking for my help. So yeah, okay, I'll train them for an hour. I'm like, what the hell? Okay, let me go back to my workout. Okay, I'm in hour number 3 now. I'll say, okay, I gotta finish this. So yeah, 2 to 3 hours. And the golden time, the sweet spot for me, in my opinion, is 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you can train from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m., you're good. You're golden. Because let's think about it. Gym opens at 5 a.m. Who's training at 5 a.m.? It's usually the moms and the dads, the parents, okay? Okay? They have kids, young kids at home, so the dad, the young mom, yeah, they have to work, they train. That's the only time they have, right? Because they have to take care of their kids. So 5 a.m., it's the moms and the dads, it's the parents, okay? And then they go to work at 9 a.m., right? Who is at the gym from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.? It's the senior citizens. The senior citizens, they have all the time in the world, okay? They can train. And same with the stay-at-home moms or the work from home adults. They have time to train in the gym from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So who's at the gym at 3 p.m.? It's the kids, the high school kids, the kids that come out of class, they go straight to the community center, to the gym, and then they just hang out like it's recess. I hate 3 p.m. I never step foot in a gym in a public gym at 3 p.m. because I've done it before. I've documented. I think I made a video about this. I was at a gym 3 p.m. I will never do that again. I was surrounded by. I felt like I was in recess in a high school. Like these kids were just sitting and just in bunches, playing with their phones, they're chatting. This is recess. Nobody's training. They're just hanging out. It's like, go to your school and do this. They're all hanging out, playing with their phones, being centipedes, like just following each other to the bathroom, to whatever, to this station, to that, getting nothing done. They're just hanging out, nothing done. Okay, so 3 to 6 is high school. Now, from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. or closing time, who's at the gym? It's the after work crowd, okay? These are the go-getters. They bust their ass from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or if you're working in trades, you're busting your ass from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then you take a nap, and then you go to the gym. It's like 6 p.m., the after work crowd, okay? 6 p.m. to closing time, which is usually around 10 p.m. This is the crowd that I like being around, okay? They're adults. They're mostly adults, thankfully, because the kids have all gone home, like around 6 or 7-ish, because they got homework to do. Thank you, teachers, for giving them homework, because we need to get them out of the gym. So they have to do their homework. So 6 p.m., I'm at the gym. I show up at the gym around 6 p.m. Training 2 to 3 hours, depending on what I'm working on. And then I leave the gym around 8 p.m., 9 p.m., sometimes 10 p.m. And what do I do after my gym session? I go to the supermarket. Why? Because there's no lineups at the supermarket. It's so chill at my local supermarket at around 10 p.m. If you need to shop for groceries, 10 p.m. is so lovely. There's no lineups, no stress, no families, no kids. It's just peaceful. It's like being in a library at 10 p.m. in the supermarket. Try it. I can shop with ease. I can run around the aisles. There's nobody to compete with or getting in my way. I can shop so easily. No pets, true. I don't even bring a shopping cart. I just grab a basket. I don't even grab a basket. I have 2 cloth bags now because there's no plastic rule or something here in Vancouver. So I have 2 cloth bags, and I fill my 2 cloth bags up with all the nutritious foods that I need. And what are they? Chicken breast, lean ground beef, lactose-free, 4-liter milk, brown rice from Thailand. I don't know why, because it's from Thailand. I miss Thailand food. What else? Bananas, fresh strawberries, fresh raspberries, fresh blueberries, fresh celery, cans of tuna, cans of sardine, cans of oysters, cans of mussels, and eggs. Oh yeah, definitely eggs. Get my eggs. What else do I got? Kimchi, salad. Oh, lettuce. So I make my own lettuce. Or sorry, not my own lettuce. My own salads. So I just get some heads of lettuce, cucumber, fresh cucumber, sometimes red onions, sometimes cans of pitted olives, sometimes cherry tomatoes. Yeah, and then I just douse it with balsamic vinegar and extra virgin olive oil. That's it. I don't buy salad dressing. That's just sugar. I don't buy, I used to buy pre-made salads, but those things are just so small and they wither fast. Okay, sometimes you put carrots in it. Yeah, just whatever. Just make sure it's fresh and just chopped up by yourself. Okay. So I shop at the supermarket, 10 p.m. It's chill, so chill. Like people working there, and they're just stocking shelves peacefully. No crowds, no lineups. And I go to the self-checkout. I check out my own stuff. I don't want to bother or inconvenience a clerk because I used to work in supermarkets. I used to be the bag boy. I used to be the stock boy, the clerk, right? And I see all these lazy families that don't check out their own foods. It's like, come on, it's not that hard. You just grab an item and you boop, you scan it, and you place it on the counter, and then you just bag it. So do it yourself. Like, if you are severely handicapped, then go for the clerk aisle, right? But if you have two hands and two legs that are working fine, stand and check out your own foods, your own groceries. So I love. Plus, I don't like the banter of these clerks. It's like these clerks. I know what it's like being a clerk. It's just cheap, shallow conversation. I don't want to get. I don't want. There's always that one customer that's gonna give you stress, cause you trouble. It's going to happen on your shift. One of these days, it's going to happen, right? Not all of these customers are so easy to please, right? So, if it were me, I would want no customers to deal with. So that's why I usually go to the self checkout route. So I got my two cloth bags full of groceries. And there's a reason why I only have two cloth bags. It's because I only want to eat fresh food. So I don't want to buy food. So I know people go to Costco, they stock up on bulk. But the thing about bulk is you've got all this extra food and you got to put it in the freezer or you have to eat it fast. So I want to take my time with my food. It's like, okay, I'll buy just one or two ingredients today, and that'll be enough. Why? Because Cool Dude Strikes. Hello, nice to meet you. Nice to see you. So I buy small quantities of foods at the supermarket because I do it every day. It's like I can. Next gym session is tomorrow, and then after my gym session, which will end around 9 or 10 p.m., and then supermarket is open until 11 p.m. So I go there. I just shop. I was like, oh, I gotta get some milk. I'll go to supermarket. It's 10:30 p.m. I can grab it. No traffic. You don't have to compete for parking. You just show up. And yeah, that's all I do. It's like train from 6 or 7 p.m. until around 10. Supermarket, come home and then eat. Shower, laundry, watch some YouTube, try to watch some Twitch. Because, I don't know, I mentioned Twitch before. Twitch is new to me, but I like the aspect of speedrunning. Because I watch Summoning Salt, and then Summoning Salt talks about the grind. The grind that these speedrunners have to do day in and day out. It's just the same as training. You show up, you do your rounds, you fail most of the time, you do it again. You fail, you do it again. Uh-oh, you made a mistake, you do it again. You start all over again. That's the same with training. It's like, don't let these videos fool you that you see online. There's a lot of failures that aren't made it into the cut. It's like they only show you the highlights. It's the same with sports. Like, I don't know what sport you watch: basketball, hockey, soccer. The sports channels, they only show the highlights. The highlights. They don't show you the boring stuff. Like, okay, coach has called a timeout, and everyone's just standing around. The boring stuff. The stuff between the highlights. A lot of it, 99% of the stuff between the highlights is the boring stuff. The stuff that they don't want to show you. People that don't want to see or they don't want to do. Right? So another thing I want to tell you about is I used to go to recreation centers, community centers to train. Not anymore. Not anymore. I don't go to any more community centers. Because I used to advocate community centers over private gyms. Is because private gyms, they lock you in contracts, like 1 year contract, and They have all these hidden fees, and people tell you the horror stories of them being scammed. It's like, oh, I was locked in a contract, I couldn't get out, I couldn't cancel, and they kept charging my card. Those horror stories are real. That's why I said, like, never sign up for a private gym. But now I'm at a private gym, ironically. So they're going to screw me sooner or later. We'll see. We'll see. But before, I used to advocate people to train at community centers. Why? Because there's no contracts. No contracts, no hidden fees. You can sign up for like one session, drop-in session, if you wanted to, or you can get a monthly pass, a yearly pass, whatever. Okay, it's flexible, right? And you get access to the swimming pool, the hot tub, gymnasium sometimes if they have one, so you can play basketball, drop in. Yeah, steam room, sauna, all that, right? But here's the thing. I am annoyed by families now. I don't want to be around families. I can't stand families. Families, okay? Families bring their family drama to the gym. I don't know if you get you'll only understand this if you train at a recreation center. You'll see like the husband and wife training and they're mediocre. They're chatting. Recreation center, these gyms, I see people just standing there chatting. Like it's a bar. It's a coffee shop. People don't train seriously at community centers. Okay? It's family oriented. Kids are in the way. Kids. I teach kids, but I don't want to swim. Yeah, arguing with each other. I teach kids, but I don't want to swim or share the lane with kids. I don't want to share a bench or squat rack with kids. Do you know how annoying these kids are at the gym, at the pool? And like what would you do if you were in my shoes? Would you tell them to move? Would you like try to intimidate them? They can only go so far. Yell at them? Like every day I was fighting with somebody at my recreation center. It was an adult or a kid, just kids pissing me off, bothering me. Constantly bothering me. They wouldn't let me train in peace. And people are pissed off at me. They think I'm the bad guy. Like, oh my God. Who's that guy? Joey Swole? That guy is like, mind your business. You need to do better. That guy is a fucking con artist. He's a scam artist. Someone should critique Joey Swole over his past. Look up Joey Swole's past. You'll see he's not an angel. So he's this virtual, I don't know, angel. Like, okay, you need to share your equipment with everyone at the gym. Fuck no. Yeah, I want to share this high bar with some idiot who doesn't know how to do a muscle up into a handstand and jump over the bar. Yeah, that's a smart idea, Joey. Yeah, I should share all my equipment. Yeah, I should share my locker and my soap and my underwear and my sauna with all these other strangers that are idiots around me. Do you see what I'm getting at? Oh, I've met Karens. I met some real dickheads at the gym that don't get it. Really, they don't get it. So I mind my own business and I don't bother other people. It's just so simple. Like, if someone's training, I let them train. And I don't bring my phone to the gym and I don't look down on it for 2 hours throughout my whole session. So, here's my idea. I'm thinking of doing a live stream at the gym I train at. Just show you what I go through. Okay, it's much better now because it's a private gym, right? But there's always a chance where like, oh, someone's gonna get pissed off. I'll tell you what. I was at Planet Fitness. I got kicked out. I didn't get kicked out. They kicked me out. Okay, Planet Fitness. Here's the thing about Planet Fitness. Okay, I tried it. I wanted to love it, but they kept judging me, and I kept telling them, "Look at the sign. It's judgment-free zone." Oh, you can't do that. You can't film. You can't do this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, why not? Everyone films their own exercises. So there's a no filming policy. It's like, yeah, go into your locker room. What do you see in the men's locker room? There's always these kids taking their shirts off, posing in front of the mirror, taking selfies, and they come after me because I'm doing something that's considered dangerous. You can't do that, sir. You can't do the handstand. It's too dangerous. I'm like, anything is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Hell, driving a car is dangerous for an infant because the infant doesn't know what he's doing. Doing squats in a squat rack is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, if you've never done it. But they come after me because they see what I'm doing. They think it's dangerous. And yet, they know that I've been doing this for quite a while. I know what I'm doing. So, oh, you can't throw punches. Oh, it's intimidating. Shadow boxing is intimidating, they said. So, yeah, I had it with community centers because of the people there judging me, getting in my way, annoying the hell out of me. Same with Planet Fitness. So I was at Planet Fitness for like 2 months, and I couldn't stand the staff there because they kept coming up to me and telling me not to do this, not to do that. So I said, okay, I quit. So I left Planet Fitness. I had this whole idea that I was going to film my videos, my daily workouts at Planet Fitness, but again, that didn't work out. There was I met there was one lady, she got pissed off. There's one Karen. It's so funny because I was filming myself, my own exercise, and she was behind the camera, and she said, "There's no filming, no filming." And then she grabbed my camera and she turned it around. She thought I was filming her. So she pointed the camera at herself. I'm like, my camera. She touched my camera. She flipped it around and she pointed my camera at her. She didn't know what she was doing. So, yeah, idiots, idiots, idiots. Okay. Now, here's another thing. Personal trainers. I'm okay with personal trainers as long as you train your clients at a personal training gym. If you're training your personal training clients in a public gym, we're going to have a problem because these personal trainers take up a lot of space in a public gym. And they seem to have this priority over other paying customers. So I'll be doing my own exercise, minding my own business, and then a personal trainer with his client, they try to take up as much space around me as possible. So they're backing me up into a corner. And they have that excuse. Oh, well, I work here and I have a paying customer that I'm dealing with. And you're not that much of a priority compared to us. I get that a lot. So personal trainers that train in public gyms or private gyms piss me off, okay, because of that. And a lot of their training is mediocre. It's like I've seen like personal trainers just yak the whole hour session, just talking about weather and drama, Netflix and all that to their clients. Like, what the hell is this? This is Rent-A-Friend. This is not personal training. You're supposed to be sweating. My God. You're supposed to be killing your customer every time. They walk away barely able to stand. That's a good sign. That's a good sign of a good trainer. It's like you just can't even move after your session. You're just so dead, tired. You just sleep. Okay? And I'm talking like Pai Mei, okay? I remember watching a video of a Karen complaining with a track athlete using the running machine, and she was raging because it was making touch listening to her music. Okay. Yeah. I've seen other videos of that, like for example, power lifter deadlifting really heavy weights and then slamming the weights onto the ground. I don't have a problem with that actually. Like if you're a power lifter, that makes sense. When you're dropping like really heavy weights, and when you're deadlifting or squatting, you just drop it. It's just like hitting the heavy bags. Like, yeah, you have to make a sound when you hit something. Duh. Okay. The clanging of iron is common. A clang, clang, clang in a gym. It's called the iron gym. Clang, clang, clang. You're gonna hear that. That's the sound of music to me. My ears, when I'm in a gym, all I should hear is clang, 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 ugh, clang, cling, clang, clang, cling, clang, clang, cling, clang. That's the sound of progress. Yeah, right? But if I hear the opposite, if I hear the inverse, if I hear a lot of blah, 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 a lot of guys grunting and not enough clanging, that's bad. That's a bad sign. That's a guy who isn't really training hard enough. Because when you train hard, really hard, you can't talk. You run out of breath. You need to conserve your breath for the next throw, punch throw, for the next rep. You're out of breath. If two guys are talking and they're not sweating comfortably and then they're not huffing and puffing, then they should just go to a Starbucks, go to a bar, go on a date. Okay, do your homo thing somewhere else. Like we're here in the gym to get real stuff done, real work, and real work doesn't require talking. So you can step foot. I've been in gyms where they don't speak English. You speak Korean, speak Malaysian, speak Thai, and yet we're on the same wavelength. And that wavelength is we get the work done. Okay? You don't need to talk. I've had sessions where I didn't understand what the other guy was saying because he didn't speak English. But we both understood physically. Like we were just like, yeah, we know what's up. So I get a lot of like, oh yeah, I'm new to the gym. I'm looking for a gym partner or a gym buddy. You don't need a buddy. You are your own buddy. Those people can't stand themselves, or they don't trust themselves, or they haven't spent enough time with themselves. I love hanging out with Justin. Justin is smart, he's sexy, he's fun to be around, he gets things done. I love hanging around Justin. Justin is my best friend. He's always there. You should say that about yourself. Like, I love Martin. Martin's the coolest guy. He's always there. He's working hard. Martin is handsome, smart, sexy. The girls love him. He can get things done. He's a reliable guy, Martin, that Martin guy. You know? So, you don't need a gym buddy. You just need to show up. And don't give me this showing up is half the battle bullshit. Showing up is showing up. You show up onto the battlefield. Okay, now you're ready to fight. Okay, fighting is fighting. Fighting is all of it, okay? Fighting is all the battle. I don't know who came up with this showing up as half the battle, because I see so many people show up to the gym and then they sit their ass down on a treadmill or cycling machine, playing with their phones, watching too much TV, chatting with their friends, doing anything but training hard, okay? I don't have a gym buddy or gym bro. Like I said, people flock to me like honeys, bees to honey. I'm honey and these bees just start swarming me every time. I'm telling you this, my observations, all right? I don't need somebody to motivate me. And I know what you're gonna say. Oh, what if you have a girlfriend, Justin? Should you train with your girlfriend? No. Why would I want to train with my girlfriend? I've done it before. Girlfriend's always lazy. The girlfriend does girlfriend workouts. There's a man workout and then there's a woman workout. A woman can't throw heavy punches. Girls can't do what I do. Especially my girlfriends. Because my girlfriends, booty, always booty, booty, booty workout. It's like, why don't you train your biceps? Booty, booty. It's all their brain is like fucking going to their ass. Booty. Everything is booty. Monday, booty. Tuesday, booty. Wednesday, booty. Day off, Starbucks. Thursday, booty. Every day I see the same girl doing the same booty workout. They never train their arms. They never train their back. They never train their neck. Never train their shoulders. Never train self-defense. If I was a girl, if I had a daughter, I would train her. The first thing I would do is train her in self-defense. I said, look, daughter, you need to learn how to defend yourself from all of these perpetrators and men who are stronger than you that will take advantage of you physically. If you were in a room, locked in a room with them, you need to learn how to defend yourself. That's what I'd say. So the first thing I would say is put your phone down and pay attention to the surroundings, your surroundings. Who's behind you? Who is standing behind you? Who is carrying a weapon? Or do you believe it's concealing a weapon? Who do you think is a danger in this room? Do you just trust everybody, all of these strangers that you've never met before? You got to think about that way. Self-defense is the first thing I would teach girls. And most of these girls, they lack the awareness. Like they're always down on their phone like this, and I can just go right behind them and choke them. Take a knife, slit their throat, and they would never notice. It happened so fast. It did not happen fast. You were just too slow to react. You weren't paying attention. Just like you were texting your phone while driving at the same time. You caused that car accident because you were looking down at your phone, which is on your seat, when you should have just put your phone away while you were driving. I look at my rear view mirror all the time while I'm driving. 9 times out of 10, what do I see in my rear view mirror? I see someone looking down like this. And you know what they're doing. They're checking their phone. And I know one of these days someone's going to rear end me because they're doing this too many times. They're not paying attention while they're driving. They're texting while they're driving. So I don't play with my phone while I drive. But my rear view mirror says otherwise. It's like, oh, this is another idiot texting on his phone. Oh my God, I hit somebody. It was too fast. Blah, blah, blah. So these girls, I don't want to train with my girlfriend because the girlfriend, all she does is fucking booty. That's all they want to do is booty and Stairmaster, booty and Stairmaster, booty and Stairmaster. They want to become a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't know why. It's like very, very rarely do I see a girl doing pull-ups in a gym. Like, whoa, wow. When I see a girl trying to do pull-ups at a gym, jumps onto the bar, I'm like, wow, respect. Like, finally, somebody gets it. Like, she gets it. Like, thank God. Like, yes, there's more to the gym than just booty. Like, you have more body parts than just your booty. Here's another trend I noticed in my gym, particularly. Girls are wearing bikinis now. When did bikinis become acceptable gym wear? Like, I don't know about you, but I see these girls, they're wearing these tank tops, but from behind, it's a string bikini. It's like, so they're wearing their booty shorts and their string bikini, and I'm like thinking, it's wintertime, it's fucking freezing, and this girl's wearing what looks to be a bikini. Like, where am I at the beach? Am I at the beach? Is this a gym or a beach? Because the temperature doesn't feel like that. If I was at the beach, yeah, sure, I'll wear board shorts. But It's freezing. It's freezing. And the guys, especially the young guys, they're all wearing these wife beaters in the wintertime. They're wearing shorts and wife beaters. I'm like, I have to like check the temperatures. Like, is it really that hot right now? Is it humid? Because I'm freezing my ass off in this gym. And I'm training hard. I'm sweating too. But I don't wear a wife beater and shorts because it's freezing. And here's the thing. I don't have much body fat. And another thing is like they say like if you're a calisthenics athlete or if you're ripped in particular, you freeze a lot. Yeah, that's true. Because you don't have that much body fat. I'm freezing right now. See my hands? I'm doing this because I'm freezing right now. It's freezing cold for me because I don't have body fat. So these boys, they wear stringers or stringers. You know those stringers versus tank top. Tank top is like a wife beater, but stringer is like those bodybuilders, they wear those very loose tank tops so you can see the guy's nipples. That's a stringer. So these guys, they're wearing stringers and like their titties are showing. I'm like, it's freezing. I don't want to see your cold nipples in this gym. Like, wear a goddamn t-shirt. I just wear a t-shirt. This is what I wear to the gym. What is this? It's a dry fit t-shirt. That's all you have to wear, guys. Who are you trying to impress? This is not the beach. Just wear a dry. I used to wear cotton t-shirts, but I stopped. Why? Because cotton, it soaks up, it gets heavy, and it doesn't dry fast. And I sweat a lot. So I wear a dry fit t-shirt. Okay? T-shirt, okay? So I wear a t-shirt because I need to cover my, sometimes my shoulders rolling onto the floor, touching stuff. And I don't want my skin to be, sweaty skin to be touching stuff. So guys, they're wearing stringers, showing their titties, or they're wearing wife beaters, always black wife beaters. And they're wearing shorts, and they have broccoli hair. I was at this community center that these three guys were pissing me off because they weren't training. They're just chatting about their perms. They're like, oh yeah, this perm is great. Oh, you should go to that place to get a perm. Oh, how much did you pay for your perm? Oh, if you perm your hair like this, blah, 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 blah. They're just talking nonstop about their perms. Just taking up space. Like they were at a squat rack. Yeah, that pisses me off. And I'll tell you why it pisses me off. The gym is a holy place. The gym is a church. It's a mosque. It's a Buddhist temple. What do you do at these places? You become a better person spiritually. So what do you do at the gym? You become a better person physically. You go there to pray, to meditate, to concentrate, to become better, you connect with a higher force or within. You have a 2 to 3 hour conversation with God or your body when you're at the gym. A conversation with your body. When was the last time you talked to your body? Body doesn't talk. It's like a dog. You can't have a conversation with a dog, but you know what the dog is saying. You know what the dog is trying to get what you're trying to say, even though it doesn't speak English. You can't talk back. The same with the body. The body's like a dog. You talk to it. How do you make the body better? You give it better food. You give it more stimulus. You don't bore it to death. You shock it. You surprise it. Like, whoa. The body's like, wow, I didn't expect that from you. Like, wow, this is new. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but I think I have to grow and adapt. I think I have to become stronger. I think I'm going to have to make these muscles of yours bigger because the next time I'm not going to be ready. You just killed me today. That's the conversation I have every day with my body. It's like, okay, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I'm going to test your limits. And you might get injured, you might be sore, but you're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to grow. You have to catch up with me. So me and my body, we're like this. Like, okay, yeah, all right, I like you. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun. So when you're at the gym is your church. It's your mosque. It's your Buddhist temple. It's where you go to pray, to become better. You shouldn't be playing with your phone. You shouldn't be chatting about nonsense. You shouldn't be looking up into the TV. It's just like, if you're in a church, what do you want to see around you? You want to see other people praying, communicating with God. When you're at a mosque, what do you want to see? You want to see other people bowing to Allah, praying, fasting. When you're at a Buddhist temple, what do you want to be seeing? You want to be seeing other people in a trance, singing. Right? You don't want someone fooling around, goofing off, playing with their phone, yakking. That's what babies do. If you go to a church, who's the baby? The baby is the one who's crying, right, in the mother's lap. And the mother has to take the baby out from the pew, and you got to put them in the quiet room in the back. Every church has it. Like every Sunday church, there was only one baby crying, and then the mother has to stand up, go to the back of the church, go into that little room with the glass door, the glass window. It's a soundproof room, so the baby can cry, and still the mother can attend church. We need that kind of room in a gym, so we can put all the kids, all the adults, all the time wasters, all the peasants, all the tourists into that little room when they're not really training. It's like, you don't need to say how many sets you got left. We just need somebody there, an attendee, to escort these peasants into that little room and say, excuse me, you're not training, so I'm going to put you in that little room so you can do whatever it is that you're doing and let others get to work. But yeah, yakking. Like even if I'm talking with someone at a gym, so for example, somebody's asking me how to do a handstand or how to do this muscle up or how to hit a heavy bag. Like I'm talking to them, but at the same time, my body is moving. Like, I don't know, like people will notice like I'm bouncing up and down, right? So I'll have a conversation with somebody and I'm in shadow boxing mode. Like my hand, and I don't do it consciously, I'm doing it subconsciously. So, for example, I'll have a conversation with someone and my arms are just doing this, shadow boxing, right? For no reason, because my body is so used to just constantly moving, constantly flowing. So, word up, my brother. Hello. So it's constantly flowing. So you're probably gonna quiz me on this, like, oh, how can I flow, Justin, if I'm doing like 1 rep max power lifts? It's like, oh, that's so goddamn easy. It's like you do your set and then you walk away. The problem is most of these powerlifters, they do their 1 rep max, right? They do their set, and what do you see them doing after? They sit on a bench and they play with their phone. That's the problem. What you should have done is you do your set and then you leave. You go to grab some water, you go on a treadmill, exercise bike, whatever. And then you come back to that next set. And you're going to say, oh, Justin, what if someone's taken over? Then they've taken over. Do you know how many times I've walked away from a station, come back like a minute later and seeing it being occupied? Yeah, I've seen it being occupied. What happens? I adapt. I keep flowing. It's just like you're in traffic, you're in this lane, and the cars in front of you, they're all stopped. But the lane beside you is open. What should you do? Should you just stay in that lane with all of these parked cars? Or do you just change lanes and you just keep driving? I just keep driving. So say, oh no, my plan was 4 sets today, but I only did 2, and then somebody occupied the squad rack. Oh, what do I do? Too bad. Boo hoo. I adapt. I just move to the next lane. I'll grab some dumbbells. Dumbbells are always available. That's the great thing about dumbbells. Dumbbells are always being swapped around. Somebody takes them off the rack and another person returns them. Adapt. You adapt. And if you really want, I'll tell you, if you really, 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 really want to do that 4 sets without interruption and moving around in the gym, you do it either at the very opening of the gym, so like 5 a.m., you can do that, or at the very end of the gym, near closing time. So my gym closes at 10 p.m. Guess what's happening at 9:30 p.m.? It's pretty much empty. It's dead. Most people have gone home. There's like 3 or 4 people at my gym at 9:30 p.m., 30 minutes before closing time. I can do as many sets as I want. No problem. 5 a.m., gym just opened. What happens? Everyone's half awake. You have as much time as you want to do your sets. It's like, oh yeah, but I'm a student, I work, blah, blah, blah. You find an excuses. Okay, you find a way or you find an excuse. Okay? Most people, they find the excuse. Very rarely do people find a way. It's like, I'm going to find a way. So this is how I'm different from others. I just find a way. I problem solve. Like I tried to do the recreation center and it didn't work. I encountered all of these problems at the recreation center. So I could have just stayed at the recreation center and trained with all these idiots that get in my way and piss me off, or I could have just find another way. So luckily I found a nice private gym, a commercial gym to train at, and they don't bother, most people there don't bother me. They don't bother me like, for example, they say, oh, you can't film in here. That was one problem I had. Another problem was like, how many sets you got left? Like, people just constantly harassing me while I'm training. Or another is, oh, you can't do that in here. It's too dangerous. I've had that problem, those 3 problems. So just walk away. If you can't do that 4th set, who cares? Just come back to it. Come back. Sometimes I come back to a set like 1 hour later. It's like, oh, I will do this machine. I did 1 set. I walked away. I did something else. And I came back. Oh, it was occupied. Okay. I'll go back to that later. And then 1 hour passes and then, oh, it's available now. I just finished my 3 other sets. Wow. No, people can't really think like that. It's like they got to do their 4 sets in a row. And how long? How long are you going to plan to be at this station? 40 minutes? Some people spend like 40 minutes hanging around one station, one bench, one squat rack, one spot in the gym. Seriously. And you look at the CCTV footage, the camera, just filming them, just sitting there. Most of the time, you scrub through the footage, and it's just them sitting on their ass. So if I take you along this journey of me live streaming my workouts, you're going to see we're just going to be moving around everywhere, constantly. So if you're wondering, like, do you have a Twitch account, Justin? I'm like, yes, I do, but I didn't really know what to do with it. It's like, I don't play video games. I have no real interest in playing video games or speedrunning. Speedrunning is, no, never thought of it. But I like watching speedruns. Like, I like watching Zoast do his Super Metroid world record attempts. I like watching Final Fantasy VII because I grew up playing that game. I like watching speedruns of that. But as a streamer, like, if I was going to stream something, I was thinking about this. what should I stream? And then I thought of it. I said to myself, okay, I saw this stream from Lean Beef Patty. So if you don't know who she is, Lean Beef Patty she's a YouTuber. She's a fitness YouTuber. So she does vlogs just of her workouts. And I saw her on Twitch. I'm like, whoa, I didn't know you can do this. It's like, I know Sam Sulek. He does YouTube, right? I've never seen a YouTuber on Twitch, a fitness YouTuber, until I saw Lean Beef Patty. So I saw her Twitch stream. I'm like, okay, this is kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. It's like, maybe I could do this. So stream on Twitch, stream on YouTube, doing my live workout sessions. So these workout sessions would be from 7 p.m. to around 10 p.m. Pacific time, if you're interested in tuning in. So this is the idea I had. Okay, stream on Twitch, YouTube Live, my workout sessions with this phone, because I'm trying to figure out how to live stream with the Pocket 3. So I don't know how that's going to work. I have to figure that out. There's more mechanics involved. So stream with the Pocket 3 and then use this as the chat, I guess. Stretching. That's another thing. A lot of people don't stretch when they work out. I don't see anybody stretching. Like, I'll see like a little bit. But if you really want to take your body to its limits, then you're going to have to prepare it for injuries. And the way you get injuries is by not stretching. So you need to stretch. I think of stretching as like taking a commercial airplane out. Okay? So what happens when you're on a flight, commercial flight? The pilot, he tests everything on the plane. Like, okay, check the rudder, check the wing, check the wheels, check everything. Check. They go through this whole checklist, right? Make sure everything is working before they even start flying off the runway. The same thing applies to my stretching. It's like, before I'm going to take off on the runway, I make sure everything, and I mean everything, is checked. Mobility, stretching, foam rolling, all of that. Everything has to be warmed up, because I cannot tell you how many risks I've taken to my body over the years. Every day I'm throwing my body through hell. Not intentionally, it's just that the higher you go, the more limits you push your body through, the more risks are involved. It's just like speed running. Like, okay, you get a world record. Once you get a world record in speed running, right? Your limit is much higher. Okay? Your attempts have to be perfect from then on in, right? So you cannot accept mediocre attempts anymore. So when you train at my level, which is really high, and you push your body that high, you have to make sure that everything is working fine, working right. And sometimes you have to say to yourself, okay, I have to bow out for today, and I can't train today because my body is too injured, right? Can't risk it. So you save up your strength for the next day, right? So, yeah. So what were we talking about? What were we talking about? Okay, we're talking about training with a girlfriend. Yeah, I've seen couples at the gym. I've seen couples train at the gym, and this is what happens to every gym couple. The man loses out. Okay, if you're the boyfriend, if you're the husband, if you're training with your your significant other, you're losing out. Okay? Why? It's the same reason where a strong person trains with a weaker person. Okay? If you're a strong person, to get to the next level, you have to train with other strong people. So that means training with other men. If you're training with other women, then you have to take your level down to their level. Okay? And their level is really low, unfortunately. Okay? And that's no shame. Like, okay, I don't mind training with the girlfriend for fun. But if I'm serious about my training, I have to train alone most of the time or with other men. And sometimes training with other men for me is not enough because their level is not high enough. And that's why I have to train alone because there's no one else who can match my stamina or my flexibility or my skill level or my strength level or my speed. All right? So you will have to train alone and it's fine. Get to know yourself when you train. So, yeah, don't train with your girlfriend. Okay? There's your lesson. Okay? If you do train with your girlfriend, just send her off. Okay? It's like, you go do your booty workout. Okay? I got to do my real stuff. All right? And we'll come back at the end of our session. Right? That's fine. But I'm saying, like, doing a whole workout together with your girlfriend every time as a gym couple, you're going to lose out as a guy. You won't be as tough, as sharp as the other guys out there. Okay? Especially the ones that train alone. Okay? Pay attention to the quiet ones. The quiet ones are the dangerous ones. Okay? The ones that are chatty, loud, those guys are just showing off. Okay? The ones that are really quiet, that you don't really hear, pay attention to those guys. So, yeah, that's my plan. So my return to YouTube on this channel will be streaming my my workouts here live for you. I gotta set up my Twitch again. I gotta figure out how to do that. And yeah, that's my plan. Any questions before I leave? Ask them now or forever hold your peace. Ask your questions if you have any. Or if anything that I said here makes sense. Gym bouncer? Yeah, the attendants are pretty lazy. They don't get paid enough. They're not as these attendants at especially recreation centers, they're the ones who really cause trouble, in my opinion. Because they incite people. They're there to not only attend and supervise, but to also build up the community. And that means chatting a lot with patrons, being friendly. I was a weight room attendant a long time ago. I couldn't stand that job because it involved me chatting with patrons, and I didn't want to chat with anyone. So I'm going to log off soon. If you have no questions for me to ask, let's see if I can do another one of these tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned, okay? Subscribe. This channel is not dead, okay, guys? I've just been so busy training and just being focused on myself. I didn't really want to spend so much time making YouTube videos where I was sick of making swimming videos and all that. Your live will get recorded for larger view, for later view. I think YouTube saves these live streams. I think so. I think they'll be saved as a video on demand, just like Twitch. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream and see if this thing saves the video. All right, guys, take care. Love you.